My name is Maria Akinyele, and I am the Vice President of Healing Path Community. And with me, I have Tanika Cook, who is a therapist, and she's going to talk a little bit about our next upcoming event that's going to be on June 21st.
Meet you. I have spent the last 15 years dedicating to serving in the mental health and social work. I'm currently in the healthcare field, so I do also work with patients who suffer from mental health and also physical and complex medical conditions.
So as far as Healing Pathway, what we do is we talk about various topics, and the reason why we're introducing Tanika is because for June, the month of June, we will be talking about grief, okay? And we understand that grief can be different facets. It could be grief with dealing with the loss of a loved one. It could be grief of a relationship. It could be grief over a lost job. Yes. So can you talk a little bit about grief?
And as you said, grief is such a broad area. It's so complex as well. And so what I would like to do is just really first let people know that it is okay to grieve, because there's so many of us, including myself, that feels like we have to stop grieving within a certain time period. And by doing that, we are holding a whole bunch of things up internally, which can then become physical illnesses. So what I would like to do is just talk to people and just let them know giving yourself grace is most important, and I'm going to just kind of give them some tips on how to do that, because even that is hard. Another thing is finding someone to talk to, because it can be challenging to not isolate yourself while you're grieving because you feel you're not understood or you feel alone. And also coming from the Christian perspective, letting you know that God is with you and how to even not block God out or becoming angry with God, what that looks like in the grieving process.
All right, you know what, Tanika, that was such an excellent point as far as not giving ourselves the grace to deal with grief, okay? Because we live in such a fast-paced society and we don't deal with grief. And then there might be that situation that triggers that grief, and then we don't know how to deal with it because we put it on the back burner for so long. So with us talking with that topic of grief, can you just give us a little insight of maybe a personal moment that you had to deal with grief?
In 2020, I lost both of my parents, and I can say that it's been a process. I did not give myself grace. I was the one that kept busy. In between both of my parents' deaths, they passed 9 months apart. I kept working, I traveled, I adapted some unhealthy things like eating whatever I wanted, snacking, and I just kind of didn't take care of me until maybe 2023. You know, that light bulb came on, and it's actually, I want to interject and say it's actually also a personal choice if you are going to decide that you are ready to start moving toward letting go and acceptance. And so that happened for me in 2023, where I made a decision to say, hey, they've moved on, and either I can move on with my life or I'll be joining them pretty soon, because the path that I was going down was just doing whatever I wanted as far as my health. And so what that's looked like today is that I am being more intentional, but it was a process, and it had to come to a point where I made a decision. Yes, I am still going to grieve, but I am choosing to grieve healthy, I should say.
So in conclusion, can you tell me a little bit, Tanika, what can we expect on this walk?
That's an excellent question. So what you guys can expect is coming to a place where you will feel safe to discuss how you're feeling in grief, a no judgment zone, because everybody will not be on the same page or path in their journey, and that's going to be totally okay. I would like for everyone to feel safe and feel like you're not alone. That's a huge one. Expect to come feeling like that. People come to know that grief is a lifelong process, but that you can still live a fulfilled life.
Wonderful. I don't know about you, but I am excited for this topic in June. So if you're interested, we have put our website on the bottom, and you can go ahead and register, and we will see you on the trails.